You're back. This week on the YA Rebels, we're talking about superstitions, and superstitions around writing, particularly. I don't really have any. I mean, I do have those rituals that I perform at the stroke of midnight with candles, a ritual dagger, and some street people. But it's not always a ritual dagger. Joking about that. It's, you know, I use a kitchen knife occasionally. They're dishwasher safe, you know, and if anything, I'm practical. It's hard to come up with stuff for these vlogs without making stuff up completely or exposing my true craziness.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Okay, it's true. I have some rituals about writing. I think the neighbor's sprinkler is just, it sounds like someone's peeing outside my window. It's distracting. I mean, it's distracting, right? I mean, obviously it's a sprinkler. It would be more distracting if it was like a hobo peeing outside my window. That would be distracting, or peeing on my window. We were at a restaurant one time, and it was downtown Tacoma. It's not the most upscale area to be in, I have to tell you. It's a pretty rundown city, or it was. It's getting better. And we were at this pizza place, and sitting right next to the window, and this drunk homeless person pulled up next to us and decided to pee right on the window. And we were like the window height was right here, so it was like, oh, you could almost smell the salt. God, Danny, that's totally inappropriate for a young adult channel to talk about pee. Pee's not right. No one wants to hear about pee. Maybe they do. It's a ritual. No, it isn't. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling at this point, which is clearly not outside my character to ramble. I think you're aware of that now. But I do have some rituals. Like every time I start a new project, I try to make a fake cover because I start with the title and sort of visuals in my head because I'm a very visual person, a visual writer, and I'm very interested in scene and how things look. And I probably should have written for TV or something, or film. And I have written a film script before, and it's done nothing. So here's a few of my favorites. Yeah, so do with that what you will. I also have a tendency when I'm starting new projects or when I really need to get work done, I can't do it in my house. I also can't do it in Starbucks or anywhere with sound. So this is going to sound a little weird, which is sort of redundant for Sunday, right? I like to write at my old college library, which is actually also the home of a monastery. And there's a reading room in the library, which is its brand new, super modern library, right? But I write there at this front window in the reading room, just typing away, bothering everyone who's reading around me. But it's the who's reading around me that is very interesting to me. That's where all the monks read. So they're in their monks' robes, those brown robes with the rope ties, like seriously old school monks, and it's super quiet in there except for their rattling of magazines. So it's like room full of monks, me typing away, yeah, and that crinkling of paper. And that for some reason is, I need that to really get something going. And particularly if it's something really just like nasty and mean, and it's something, I don't know what's wrong with me. I probably need to go back to therapy. It's so weird to ask questions at the end of these vlogs. I do try to respond. But we don't have to talk about rituals. We've been talking about that all week. Let's talk about hobos and pee. Do you have any pee stories? Submit your pee stories in the comments.